Didn't we have something that was supposed to come back?
All right. Thank you for giving us about 5 minutes grace there. I appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us. We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Councilman London, if you'd be so kind.
Serve your people, Father. We're so grateful for this chance. Father, we just pray, Father, as we go through this meeting, that you would just give us the understanding and give us the wisdom, Father, to make the right decision. Father, be careful. Give you all the glory and all the praise and honor. In Christ's name we pray.
Amen.
Salute. Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Good evening. Good evening. All right. Roll call. Councilman London.
Present.
Councilwoman Cuellar. Councilman Box.
Here.
Councilman Sims.
Here.
All right, thank you very much. At this time, I take a motion for the approval of the minutes from the regular city council meeting of July 18th, 2023.
Motion to approve the minutes from July 18th.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, no abstentions? Okay. At this time, I'll take a motion for the payment of the bills.
Motion to pay the current bills, $997,204.61.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Everybody's good on the bills? Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure I heard everybody. All right.
If I can just make a comment regarding the amount, because everyone always asks. We had some major expenditures, capital improvements. The bulk of it is for roads, and so this is why the amount is higher than usual. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We always appreciate that.
That's right.
All right. Do we have any professionals or consultants to deliver a report to us this evening? Any professionals or consultants? All right. Thank you very much. The mayor is absent this evening. I don't think he'll be returning until this next coming Thursday or sometime later this week. So we're just going to go ahead and skip him on that one. At this time, we would ask for any reports from any department heads. Do we have any department heads to deliver a report? All right, fair enough. We will get into the council member reports. I have been off grid and gone for the past 10 days, so I do not really have much to report on at this time. So I'll defer to Councilman Sims.
I also have nothing to report at this time.
Okay, Councilman Box.
We had a busy week in District 4 here over the past couple of weeks, just to let the citizens know that a lot of things are being looked into pretty heavily at this time.
Gotcha. Thank you, sir. Councilwoman Cuellar.
Just some brief comments, and then I'll save most of them for one of the resolutions. But I wanted to thank all of those who were involved with the I Love Irondale community event that we had. Everyone had a wonderful time. It was well organized, and I want to thank all of the departments that were involved, as well as Mayor Stewart, Kim Stewart, and everyone that worked with her to make it a fun event. Lots of people came out, and everyone had an enjoyable time. So thank you to everyone that was involved in organizing this event. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman London.
First of all, good evening to everyone. I just have one announcement. I just want to congratulate Deron Payne again in Shades Valley for retiring his jersey. Just to let him know how proud we are of him, and I was very thoughtful and thankful to the mayor for giving him the key to the city. So just congratulations again to Deron Payne for getting his jersey retired at Shades Valley High School. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right. Any reports to the council from any boards or non-council committees? All right, fair enough. We do not have any public hearings this evening, so we will get past that. We'll move on to the deliberation of the agenda items. So on the consent agenda, we've got resolved that Resolution 2023 R97 authorizes Mayor James D. Stewart Jr. to execute a community grant program agreement with the Jefferson County Commission to accept a grant in the amount of $5,000 for the Cahaba River Trail extension and Carl Daly Road beautification. I know this has got city next to it, but Councilwoman Cuellar, I'm assuming, is this the item that you wanted to comment
Yes,
on?
yes.
Please, if you would
Well,
start
first
us
of all,
off.
let me begin by saying that this trail has become a very popular walking trail for many, many people, not just in Irondale, but throughout Jefferson County, and even those who travel out of state. We've seen some out of state license plates there. And as a result of it, I have received numerous requests from constituents and outside as well for the use of some of my discretionary funds to extend the trail. So while I was happy to expend $3,500 to extend the trail, I knew that that was not going to be enough to really do anything that's really worthwhile to extend it. So I reached out to Jefferson County Commissioner Joe Knight and asked if he would consider helping us with a matching grant. And he was more than happy to do that. So then I reached out to the council members, Councilman Spivey, Council President Spivey, and Councilman Sims, Box, and London, and they've all agreed to also expend some of their discretionary funds. Long story short, this will come out to about $14,000 for the Cahaba Trails extension. This part is just for the grant that Commissioner Knight has given us. The other part, where he's matching $3,500, the remaining $1,500, I had also received requests from the Carl Daly community, and they asked if I would expend some of my discretionary funds. This is where the roundabout is being done, as well as the widening of Grants Mill Road. All of that is going to look very, very nice, and they wanted the entrance into Carl Daly to also look very nice and professional. So I reached out to Commissioner Knight. He agreed to expend $1,500, and so this is the amount of that $5,000 grant. $5,000 for the Cahaba River Trail and $1,500 for the Carl Daly Road entrance into their community. So that's what this is about. I'm very excited about being able to extend the trail, being able to make that whole area where the roundabout, the widening, everything is looking very nice. I don't know if you've been there recently, but they've got red pavement, very, very nice. And I can't wait for it to finally be open. So that's what this is about.
Okay.
Thank you.
Councilman London, any questions?
No question.
Councilman Box?
No questions.
Councilman Sims?
No questions.
And myself, you've answered my questions. Thank you very much, Councilwoman Cuellar.
You're welcome.
Do we agree to leave this on consent?
Yes.
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 To the irregular agenda, item number 2, resolve that Resolution 2023 R98 authorizes Mayor James D. Stewart Jr. to authorize the city attorney and the law firm of Wallace, Jordan, Ratliff, and Brandt LLC to file and conduct condemnation proceedings on behalf of the city at the property described in Exhibit A on the resolution. Councilman Lennon, are you up to speed on this?
Yes.
Okay, Councilwoman Cuellar, any questions?
No questions.
Councilman Box?
I'm good.
Councilman Sims?
No questions.
And I'm good myself as well. I asked if we could put this on consent, but they did. I was recommended to leave this on regular. And then item number 3, ordained that ordinance 2023-23 amends chapter 2.5 alcoholic beverages of the municipal code of the city of Irondale to add subsection C. I know it's got city endorsed next to it. It's been explained to me the difference. Councilman Sims, I saw your comment on Facebook as I was kind of moving through some things. Councilman London, do you have any questions on this?
No question.
Councilwoman Cuellar?
No questions.
Councilman Box?
All mine were answered. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. And Councilman Sims, any follow-up questions?
I'm good.
Okay, perfect. I'm good as well. Thank you all for the for y'all that had some contribution to that. I really appreciate it. It was very well thought out. All right, and then obviously that's an ordinance that cannot go on consent. So at this time, that pretty basically finishes the deliberation on our 3 items that we have in front of us. So that being said, I would ask for an approval of the form of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the form of the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. All right, thank you. At this time, now that we have an agenda, we would accept public comments on agenda items only. Have you by chance filled out a sheet? Perfect. Outstanding. Thank you. A role model. All right. Okay. Yes, sir. Yep.
Are these agenda or non-agenda? Okay, so we'll have to wait till after.
It's non-agenda.
Yeah, this is an
This-
agenda item only, so.
Okay.
Wait till, hold on.
Yeah, we'll hold on to it. Any other comments on agenda items only? Yes, ma'am. We've got a microphone at the podium over there.
The grant, Jefferson County.
Yes.
You could give a little more detail on that. Typically, when there's a grant, you have to list your outcomes on what you hope to deliver to the person who gives you the grant money. When you say extension, does that include any kind of service material? Or where it goes
Right.
with-
What I've done is I have been in discussion with the executive director for the Freshwater Land Trust, Russia Smith, and she's getting with her team. She unfortunately has been on vacation, so she hadn't been able to get with them, and they will let us know what surface they would prefer for us to use. This is a mutual working agreement with the Cahaba River, with the Freshwater Land Trust. And so she's going to be getting back with me to let me know what they would like to see. And then we can take it from there. Once we know what it is that they would like to see, because this is Freshwater Land Trust. It's their land, and they've been so kind to allow us to use this for a walking trail. And so this is why we have this discussion, collaboration that's going on. And once we have that information, and she knows who our contact people are, that's Alfred Menifee as well as Frank Pennington. So they will be getting with them as well. And Jenny, I'll be happy to include you in those discussions.
If you would, please.
Sure, be happy to.
The reason I ask is because, what I really want to state is that it is an ecologically sensitive area, and that you can't just they'll have to have, the right kind of advisors, which the land trust will do. They'll pull in the appropriate people to steer them away from sensitive areas back to where they can, and back, and I'm assuming it'll go all the way to the tributary, I think is what the agreement that I'm aware of. So it can't just be an extension. It has to be a proper extension, or else we end up damaging the environment. And remember what happened in Birmingham City with the watercress starter, where their public works department came in, tore out a dam, killed thousands of endangered fish, and they were paying $3 million.
This is why I've reached out to the Freshwater Land Trust.
We want to be careful, but then coming back to the grant, when we say we're going to promise something to the commission, because you have to give it, you have to say, I'm going to do this, and this is what we want, the end result. So we have to be careful when we're promising that with grants, because we should deliver.
Understand?
Maybe trail extension improvements, or to assist with trail, whatever.
That's correct.
Thank you. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you for your collaboration.
You're welcome.
All right. Any other comments on agenda items only? No other comments on agenda items only? Then for that matter, I would accept a motion for the approval of the consent agenda.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. All right. Getting on to the regular business piece. If someone could go ahead and move item number 2.
Make a motion that wait,
Resolution.
what are we doing?
Uh,
Number 2, sorry, resolution 2023 R98 be approved.
Second.
Motion
Do the
and
whole
a
thing, or Do we need to do this as if it was an ordinance or no?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, you're
Motion
you're in the right
approved.
lane. Yeah, you're good. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. All right, thank you. And someone could go ahead and introduce item number 3 for us.
Make a motion that ordinance number 2023-23 be considered read.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion that we suspend all the rules to prevent the immediate consideration of ordinance 2023-23.
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call. Councilman London?
Yes.
Councilwoman Cuellar?
Yes.
Councilman Box?
Yes.
Councilman Sims?
Yes.
And myself, yes. And
And
finally?
finally, make a motion that ordinance number 2023-23 be approved and adopted.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, fair enough. That handles the agenda. At this time now, we would take comments on non-agenda items.
Good evening.
We can hear you. Yes, sir.
Key to this is, I have contacted, I made several phone calls, and I contacted the engineer in charge of this project. I think he said about 10 more projects in Jefferson County. That's George Chapman. He's the civil engineer, and he's working on the project. I talked to him at length earlier. He was very complimentary and passed it on to the mayor and to Frank about working with them. And in what he said, I'll summarize it. One of the things he said was retrain our drivers. Now, how many of us are experts at maneuvering through a roundabout? Sure, no hand would go up. So we need to be trained, retrained, re-educated. He also said the second thing was re-educate our drivers. That was two different conversations we had. And I feel like Irondale needs to be proactive. Mainly Irondale citizens who would be going through that intersection. And when I was in the Army, I learned be proactive to defeat the enemy, because the enemy would defeat you. Now, I did look, and ALDOT does have 3 publications. One of them I just clicked into. It's the NCHRP Report 672, Roundabouts, an informational guide. 400 pages. Of course, it covers everything. And if you go through there, you'll find some things. I've got this one page here, general procedure on how you should go through and approach a roundabout. Number 1 rule is once you're in the roundabout, don't stop. You have right of ways. The right of way for anyone who's attempting to come in. Like, let's say a group of bicycles is trying to get in, well, they're treated as individuals. So if you're going around and a bicycle or 2 out of a group of 10 comes in, that's fine. But the whole group cannot come in because you have to stop. And that breaks the number 1 rule. But I would like to see that Irondale be proactive. The first 2 things I think of our website, beyond whatever y'all decide, the website and also the mayor's newsletter. I think we still have time to get it into the September newsletter, perhaps something, anything, just someone spend a few minutes go to this ALDOT website, just put something out there to alert people. Hey, this is going to be doing different. I saw a lady today who works at a business in the city and lives down 280, and she says, it's quote her, but she said, there's no way like I will go through that intersection, I will avoid it like the plague. So let me give you one quick example on your sheet, and I'll be through. So just take a look at that and just picture that you're north and south. See Grants Mill Road is the 4 lanes, and right to the left is Old Beach Road. It's just a 2-lane road. Now, if you're on Old Beach Road, and let's say you want to go straight, just go through the intersection. So you go from left to right. Okay? You're on a single lane, and you see as you approach the roundabout, there are 2 lanes you have to cross to get to that single lane on the bottom side of the circle. Well, as you start to go over, you say, okay, the first lane, the right lane, is clear, but there's someone coming in the left lane. I'll just kind of sneak over a little bit and let them pass. No, the person in the left lane has first option to get into that right lane. So if you would be hit, it'd be your fault. I'm sure the Irondale police really gonna have to own up on their rules and regulations and what actually. I hope that they will do that and no confusion as far as that's concerned.
Okay. City Clerk has your information. I'm sure she'll probably put this in front of the mayor. Maybe reach out to you and see what material you have, see what format's acceptable and easily digestible for the website and possibly the app. Fair enough. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Any other comments on non-agenda items? With no further comments on non-agenda items, I'd ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Motion, seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.